But there, I have on record Pool Surfers LLC. It's my friend's pool company. They do add shock at a cost of $25 weekly. So that is, I don't have a, I'm addressing that, yes, it's not circulating water, but I'm addressing the fact that it's, not stagnant water. There is shock being added to it. But yes, the vegetation issues were completed yesterday. One of the things I'm trying to rectify too is like with that nuisance palm, I've got someone coming out to give me a quote to have some stump grinding. I was also the benefactor of my neighbor growing bamboo that then encroached into me, and it's been impossible to get rid of. So I've got it all cut down, but I want to get that ground below ground level and then find a way to kill it. So like I said, I'm aware of that. My biggest concern is I travel extensively for work. I work in the trade show and special event space. I'm just not home often. So my biggest dilemma is, what do I do with the pool? Do I spend the money to get it up and running for a pool that is, I'm paying electricity on a pool pump that I don't really have the wherewithal to use that often. So it's a question of, do I pay to have this fiberglass pool removed and then fill dirt, put back in place? So that's kind of where I'm at with that horns of a dilemma of what to do. But the fencing issue is being taken care of. Like I said, I have someone coming out Friday. I don't know how far along we'll get with that in regards to Friday. I do have future travel coming up. I leave for Miami on the 24th, and from there I go to San Antonio, Texas, then Orlando, then Anaheim, California. So I'm going to be gone ostensibly the 24th to the 15th or 16th of December. So, like I said, I'm trying to address the fence on Friday, at least get something started. And like I said, I've spoken to my neighbor in good faith in regards to this. Like I said, to try to come up with a resolve.
All the issues that the city is citing you for, you obviously have to address, but the fence issue is really critical because,
Correct.
A child could wander in there and,
Around the pool.
yeah.
Exactly.
The pool safety issue is
I'm aware.
something that has to be dealt with soon.
Especially from a liability standpoint.
Exactly.
I don't want that myself. So I am aware of that.
Will they be addressing that on Friday?
Friday, yes, ma'am. Like I said, the existing posts are there. I would replace them, but then we're going to start fencing that in. But if you'd like to, I have a photo I sent to someone yesterday showing the vegetation is clear.
Believe you.
So it sounds like you're gonna be done with everything pretty soon.
Well, he's got the pool issue he's got to deal with.
Well, the pool issue is, yes, it's not circulating water, but like I said, I don't know how you would investigate for if there's breeding mosquitoes, but like I say,
Well,
I
I
do.
think it's more than that. He said that there's a water quality issue. Is that the state, I'm sorry, the city's
Yes.
position?
Okay.
Yes,
So even if you fix the mosquito problem, I still think you got to do something with the.
No, I agree.
yes.
So you got to make a decision, otherwise you're still not going to be in compliance.
Yeah,
But the safety issue is.
paramount.
Do you plan on having all this work done when you return or before you leave or while you're gone?
Well, that's one of
Same
the
with the
issues is
fence.
trying to get stuff done when you're not here. So I'm going to start the fencing on Friday and see how far along I can go. If it's something that he can finish without my help, then I'll address it then. But like I said, I will be tentatively gone until like the 15th or 16th of December, which I can then get back onto it then.
Okay. I'll read something. Based upon the evidence presented in this case, I move that the board issue the following findings of fact and conclusions of law. The board finds the violations of the St. Petersburg City Code as stated by the code's investigator have not been corrected. The board orders Robert W. Engel to correct the violations within 60 days or by January 18th, 2026. If this order is not complied with, a fine of $150 per day shall be imposed.
Second.
Any discussion?
Way too
Yeah,
long.
I mean, yeah, I agree. This has been going
Now
on
it
since
goes in that
August.
water, you're not even gonna see it.
Well, no, I understand that. It's been since July when it was first. I can amend it to 40, it was 45 or 60. Because of the holiday with Thanksgiving, I added 60 days, and that will give him time to get back and finish up.
It takes a day to put in a fence.
With you.
45?
About 30.
Yeah, I was thinking 30.
Okay.
But he's gotta
But,
do the
I mean,
pool
that's
thing
just-
too, right?
that's
I mean,
just two
fortunately, we
people,
can't
so-
segregate it out. If it was a fence only, I'd say, yeah,
See,
20, but.
I'll do 45 because the 30 days gets him right when he's back into town. Well, I'll amend it to 45 and then we can vote.
Yep, sounds like a plan.
I will amend item number 29, case number 25-19608, to reflect the correction of the violation within 45 days or by a date of January 3rd, 2026.
Second.
$150 will remain per day.
Second.
Okay, so let's vote and we'll see where we are.
Alsaklis,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Hanshaw,
No.
Wait,
No.
Hobbs,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes. Okay, motion carries. All right, so you have 45 days, sir, to get that fence up and get the other items
45 and
addressed.
150.
Yes, ma'am.
So while you're traveling, you need to make some decisions about your pool.
I agree. Yeah, that's, like I said, it's trying to figure out the aspect of what it's gonna cost versus both sides of that.
Job one is getting that fence up.
Yes, ma'am. Like I said, I will send him an update on Friday.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Item number 90, property owner Rudolph Hako Worm and Michaela Worm Hernzer, investigator Katrina Miller.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Miller, Codes Investigator for the City of St. Petersburg, testifying in reference to item number 90, case number 25-000-22636, regarding the property located at 318 Lingamore Terrace South. I was sworn in at this meeting. The property is a single-family structure and is occupied by tenants. This is a codes-initiated case. The property was first inspected on August 20th, 2025, and a violation notice sent to the owner with a compliance date of September 12th, 2025. The property was last re-inspected on November 12th, 2025, and the following violations still exist. A permit required for work to the accessory structure to include all trades, work including but not limited to the wall installation, unpainted walls, window installation. Also, there is a permit that's on file, application 150200135, that does not have a final inspection from 2015. 0 out of 1 violation has been corrected since the case began. Notice of hearing was sent first-class mail, posted at City Hall, sent certified mail, and was posted at the violation address on October 30th, 2025, which is at least 10 days prior to this hearing. Ownership was confirmed at County Official Records, book number 22873, page number 0252. During the course of my investigation, I've not had any contact with the owner. The department recommends 25 days and $150 per day thereafter. There are no additional relevant facts, and I would like to enter into evidence as Exhibits 1, photographs which were taken on August 14, 2025, and on September 12, 2025, documents 1114256636 CEB, and photos 1 through 6. Here's an elevated shot of the property. This is a Google shot of the property. This is where the structure is currently. We could see there's not a structure there at that time. Here is a photo that was taken on August 14th of the work in progress. Here is a photo that was taken on November 12th of the finished work. Here's another shot of that. I would like to enter the fact sheet into evidence as Exhibits 2, and this concludes my presentation.
Thank you, Ms. Miller. About that permit, what was it for?
The prior permit, I don't recall.
So it looks like it is for a demo of walls at the existing main structure. So there was renovations happening on the main structure, and there were inspections called, but it was never finalized.
Okay, so along with this stuff, he needs to get that.
Yes, it'll all be in the same violation.
All
under-
right.
Just to clarify,
Yes.
when you describe the violations, is that an extension of the main structure, or is
No,
that?
it's separate. It's separate.
Okay, and that whole unit was done without a permit? Because you mentioned windows and drywall and
It
stuff.
appears that way, yes.
So the whole unit was put in without a permit? Okay, thank you.
All right. Anybody else? Good morning, sir. Could we have your name and address for the record?
My name is Rudolf Heiko Wurm, and I live in the address 318 Lingamore Terrace South.
Okay.
So I use it as a homestead, so it's not tenant occupied.
Okay, but you still needed to get a permit to build it.
As soon as I got the letter from Ms. Patrina, I called and asked because it was a reference to an old permit. And I got told by the permit department I need to get an engineer company there. I got them there, and they make the inspection. I sent this inspection report in October 16th. I got an email stating that because of the workload, it takes longer. So I called last week again, and I got an email that is this report is referred to the right person. I don't know who is it. And I have it here, if it needs. This was the inspection report for the open permit from 2015.
Okay, but you need a permit for the ADU, for the additional building that you just did.
Yeah, I understand. I didn't notice that if it's below 200 square feet, that you don't need any permit for this. That's why I'm even from this letter I got, there was nothing reference to any building. Was just referencing to an old permit. So I didn't know.
So does what you built attach to your house?
No, it's not attached. It's not attached to
By
that.
itself?
Yes.
Does it have plumbing and electrical in it?
No,
It's just a shed,
it's a shed.
but it's 200 square feet?
It's below 200, 195 or anything.
Well,
Below
ours,
200 or is it below 100?
It's below 200, 180, he thinks.
So more than 100 square feet would require a permit.
yeah, 10 by 10 is,
I understand, low 200, sorry. I'm not a builder of,
You're going to need to get a permit for that.
okay.
Yeah, just for clarity, 200 square feet or above is where it kicks in the requirements for it to match the main structure, the architectural
Oh,
design.
architecturally?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
But
you're still going to need a permit.
Still needs a permit, it's just not gonna be as complicated as if it doesn't look like the house,
Right.
trying to fix it to make it that way.
Got it.
Okay, so you do need a permit, sir?
Okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you that, but you do need a permit for it, sir. But it's going to be relatively uncomplicated because you don't have any plumbing or electrical or anything else like that in it.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is go down to the building department and apply for an after-the-fact permit for that shed that you built,
Okay.
all right? How much time do you think you need to get that?
With the holidays, I don't know. Can I get 2 months for this?
2 months?
I think so.
Okay. Just one clarification, you said tenants, he said it's homesteaded, was that?
It's homesteaded, and he says there are no tenants.
Right, but the city said it was tenant occupied.
So it currently does not have a homestead exemption.
Correct.
No, it doesn't come. We moved in January 15, and so far as I understand, the requirement says I need to move in before January 1st to apply to maybe apply for homestead. So I didn't do it. So I will do it this or next season.
But there's no tenants, it's not being rented, is all.
Nobody lives in out beside of me and my wife.
Got it. I can read something if you want.
Do you need this inspection report for the old one?
Hold on to that for the building department.
Good.
Okay, I'll take a cut at something. Based upon the evidence presented in this case, I move that the board issue the following findings of fact and conclusions of law. The board finds that the violations of the St. Petersburg City Code as stated by the codes investigator have not been corrected. the board orders Rudolph Worm and Michaela Worm Herzner to correct the violations within 60 days or by January 18th, 2026. If this order is not complied with, a fine of $100 per day shall be imposed.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Let's vote.
It's not a homestead.
Oseklis,
Hold on, there's a question here. Can I answer the question? She asked, why did I reduce it to 100? Because it's not homesteaded, but he's occupying it. It's not tenants. He intends to apply for the homestead exemption, but he missed the deadline for this year. Is that right?
I didn't miss it. If I apply correctly, I need to certify that I moved in before January 1st, and I moved in January 15.
Yeah, we got
so
it.
it's
He just
was not
missed it.
possible.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry about that.
All right, let's vote.
Oseklis,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes,
Henshaw,
Yes.
Waite,
Yes.
Hobbs,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes. All right, sir, you have 60 days, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Just an aside to the board, we're really not supposed to take this zoning when we're in a closed discussion.
thank you. I was trying to get clarification to the question.
I understand.
Got it.
I'm missing something.
Ready for the next case? Item 110, property owner Charles J. Barron, investigator for Zone 18.
Hello, I am Brian Greenman, Codes Investigator for the City of St. Petersburg, testifying in reference to item number 110, case number 2522021, regarding property located at 2515 Irondale Street South. I was sworn in at this meeting. The property is a single-family structure and is occupied by the owner. This is a citizen complaint case. The property was first inspected on August 13th, 2025, and a violation notice was sent to the owner with a compliance date of September 8th, 2025. The property was last re-inspected on November 13th, 2025, and the following violations still exist. Junk, trash, and vegetative debris located on the property. Inoperative vehicle on the property without a valid tag and flat tires. And structure house number needs to be properly displayed on the structure. 1 out of 4 violations have been inactivated since this case began. Notice of hearing was sent first class mail, posted at City Hall, sent certified mail, and was posted at the violation address on November 6, 2025, which is at least 10 days prior to this hearing. Ownership was confirmed in County Official Records, Book 22457, page 0736. During the course of my investigation, I have not had any contact with the owner. The department recommends 25 days and $100 per day thereafter for noncompliance. Additional relevant facts regarding this case are a significant amount of junk and outdoor storage has been removed. I would like to enter into evidence as Exhibit Number 1, photographs which were taken on November 13th, 2025. Documents 111325021BNGCEB and photo numbers 1 through 3. This first photo is an establishing shot of the property. On the left-hand side, you can see an inoperative vehicle. This is a close-up of the inoperative vehicle with flat tires and missing a tag. And this photo shows the vegetative debris as well as a few remaining pieces of junk back by the car. I would like to enter this fact sheet into evidence as Exhibit Number 2. This concludes my presentation.
Thank you. Does anybody have questions for staff?
Yeah, just in the first photo, it looked like the vehicles were parked in the yard, but then in the last photo, I could see there was a driveway. Is that because of all the landscaping that's grown into the driveway, they can't park there?
Yeah, it was, the cars are parked on the driveway, but the angle that the photo was taken at makes it look like they're parked on the yard there, but they're not.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, sir. Could we please have your name and address for the record?
Sure. My name is Charles Barron, and I'm at 2515 Irondale Street, South, St. Pete, Florida, 33705. And thanks for having me today.
Well, thanks for working on your junk.
Yeah,
Thanks for showing up.
no problem. That Mercedes is not junk though, so that's probably the best one that was ever built. It is registered. I would like to enter this into evidence as my registration. It has been registered. The vehicle.
Sir, let me stop you.
Go ahead.
If you want to enter that into evidence, they're going to keep it.
Oh no, then
You don't.
yeah. All right. So let's not do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So the vehicle itself is operable. I am currently working on it. I had a tag stolen off the back of it, so I did not put the other tag on it. For some reason, the antique plates, people steal them, at least in my neighborhood. So my plan is to put air in the tire. The tires were low, they weren't flat, but there was grass that grew over, so you really couldn't see that there was still air in the tires. But because of the weather change, when it gets a little colder, the pressure, I think there's a correlation with that. With respect to I think the other concern was the, I guess, junk or whatever. I really didn't know I had a bunch of junk on the property. I know I did remove some paint, cans, and some other things that were out there, so that has been removed. I think for that to remain a violation, I'm not quite sure if he just wants me to pick up that one thing that's leaning up against the car, but that's an easy fix.
Would you like to have your investigator meet you at your home and
talk about
point out?
Yeah, that would be, I think, a viable thing to do.
After we're done talking here, meet him out in the hallway and you guys figure out a time to hook up.
Okay, all right. And then I don't even know what the other violation. Oh, the number street. Yeah. So that's an interesting story. We did pay to have it spray painted on but then they never showed up and did it. But I think it's a Home Depot issue. I can go up there and get the 2515 or maybe a black marker, and I'll make sure it's visible for
A hardware,
yeah.
a hardware store of some kind.
Okay. Yeah, and then I plan to put the cover back on the vehicle. But I can if I show him the registration, would that suffice to take that off of the?
I think he'll see that it's registered once he comes out.
Okay.
But does he have to have a license plate on it?
Yeah, so Chair, if it's going to be covered, what the code requires, if there's a car cover, that the tag number is actually written
On the
on the
cover.
outside. That way it could be verified.
Okay.
So if you put the cover back on, write the tag number, we can verify the registration's
All right.
active.
That's what I'll do. I think that's a simple solution there.
There you go.
So.
Because you're not the only one that has the stolen tag problem.
Yeah, well, I don't know why they like those blue tags, but they certainly liked mine, so, yeah.
I'll read something.
Not the car.
Based upon the evidence presented in this case, I move that the board issue the following findings of fact and conclusions of law. The board finds that the violations of the St. Petersburg City Code as stated by the code's investigator have not been corrected. The board orders Charles J. Barron to correct the violations within 30 days or by the date of December 19th, 2025. If this order is not complied with, a fine of $100 per day shall be imposed.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Any discussion? All right, let's vote.
Secklist,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Henshaw,
Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
Hobbs,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes. All right, sir, you got 30 days.
All right, thank you.
Get a meeting together here.
All right.
Yeah.
I have a few more cases to do in a row
You
here.
have more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number,
Can you give us 10 minutes?
Yeah, or sir, if you want to go downstairs and ask for Kylie Noonan, she's a supervisor, and then she can get the contact information for you. That way you don't have to wait around any longer. Yep, you too.
All right. Next
Close
case.
discussion.
Item number 114, property owner Keskini and Johnson Investments, investigator Brian Greenman.
Hello, I am Brian Greenman, Codes Investigator for the City of St. Petersburg, testifying in reference to item number 114, case number 252992, regarding property located at 2320 10th Street South. I was sworn in at this meeting. This property is a single-family structure and is occupied by tenants. This is a citizen complaint case. The property was first inspected on July 29th, 2025, and a violation notice sent to the owner with a compliance date of August 23rd, 2025. This property was last re-inspected on November 13th, 2025, and the following violations still exist. Inoperative vehicle located at in the rear of the property. Junk, trash, and debris located on the property, including private property and public right-of-way, including dead vegetation, furniture, broken, damaged canopies and tents, auto parts, loose litter, miscellaneous junk, trash, and debris. The structure number is not properly displayed on the house. 2 out of 5 violations have been corrected since this case began. Notice of hearing was sent first-class mail, posted at City Hall, sent certified mail, and was posted at the violation address on November 6, 2025, which is at least 10 days prior to this hearing. Ownership was confirmed in County Official Records, Book 21986, page 0953. During the course of my investigation, I have not had any contact with the owner. The department recommends 25 days and $150 per day thereafter for non-compliance. I would like to enter into evidence as exhibit number 1, photographs which were taken on November 13th, 2025. Document 111325 BNG CEB. And photo numbers 1 through 6. All right, this first photo is an establishing shot of the structure. As you can see, there's no clear structure numbers displayed. This photo shows the backside of an inoperative vehicle in the rear yard. As you can see, there's no back tag on it. This is the front of the same vehicle, no tag as well. We got a lot of outdoor storage, junk, trash, debris, as well as those canopied tents that are in disrepair. This is some more junk, trash, and debris. And then there's some vegetative debris in the right-of-way as well. I would like to enter this fact sheet into evidence as exhibit number 2. This concludes my presentation.
Thank you. Does anybody have questions for sir? Good morning, sir. Could you give us your name and address for the record, please?
Okay. My name is Edward Burrows. I live at 2320 10th Street South, St. Pete, Florida, 33705.
Are you the tenant?
Yes, yes.
Can we hear from him?
Do you have a authorization to represent, or are you a representative of the owners?
Well, I'm kind of the tenant and a representative of the owner, yeah.
So we would need either an authorization to represent or like a manager or owner of the Keskini and Johnson Investments to be able to speak on behalf of the.
How are you related to the Keskini and Johnson Investments?
I am the guy that lives there. I'm not really related to them. I rent from them.
Then we can't hear from you, sir.
We can't hear from
I'm
you.
sorry.
We have to hear from the owners,
Oh,
or a
okay.
representative of the owners.
Well, might I make just make a statement about
No, sir, we
Oh.
can't.
We're not able to take testimony, but if you're able to get in contact with the ownership today, we have an authorization form that you could fill out. And if you're able to get that filled out before the hearing concludes today, you could come back and speak on behalf of the owners.
Okay, maybe I can do
So
that.
you can see our clerks here and they'll provide the paperwork.
And the worst case scenario, the city's recommending an additional 25 days,
Okay,
which would then not bring the case back to the magistrate hearing until January 27th. So there's a little bit of time built in with our process if you can't get it back today.
okay. I'm doing some cleanup there. I guess it's a case of I do landscaping, and I'm always gone, and that's just the process. Thank y'all.
Item number 116, property owner Kevin Singletary, investigator Brian Greenman.
Paige, could you tell me his last name again?
Yeah, me too.
Singletary?
Singletary, no,
No,
The investigator, Brian Greenman?
Greenman.
Greenman? Thank you.
I am Brian Greenman, Codes Investigator for the City of St. Petersburg, testifying in reference to item number 116, case number 2518575, regarding property located at 4216 18th Avenue South. I was sworn in at the start of this meeting. This property is a multifamily structure and is occupied by owner. This is a codes follow-up case. The property was first inspected on June 12th, 2025, and a violation notice sent to the owner with a compliance date of July 8th, 2025. The property was last re-inspected on November 13th, 2025, and the following violations still exist. There's junk, debris, and other miscellaneous materials scattered throughout the property. There are several inoperable vehicles with missing or expired registration tags. Domestic equipment stored in the side yard improperly. 3 out of 6 violations have been corrected since this case began. Notice of hearing was sent first-class mail, posted at City Hall, sent certified mail, and was posted at the violation address on November 6, 2025, which is at least 10 days prior to this hearing. Ownership was confirmed in County Official Records, Book 11463, page 0406. During the course of my investigation, my last contact with the owner prior today was on November 18th, 2025, and the owner did not indicate when the violations would be corrected. The department recommends 25 days and $150 per day thereafter for non-compliance. I would like to enter into evidence as Exhibit Number 1, photographs which were taken on November 13th, 2025. Document 111325575BNG-CEB, and photo numbers 1 through 7. All right, this first photo is